The story of a Nigerian American woman navigating through this thing called life.
Wow. Hey, y'all. Welcome back to Welcome back to another episode of the Unmet Expectation podcast. I'm your host, Yasinde, in the building. Look at the location. Where we at?
We in Ghana, baby.
We're live in Accra, Ghana for the festive season. We just left Lagos last night. Now we're on to our shenanigans in Accra, and we are loving it. We've been doing this for how many years now? This is year 6.
All our lives. We can say all our lives.
Yeah.
We've been traveling
We've
the
been
world.
just living, doing the daggone thing. So I'm so happy that this year I'm able to record some content here. And to the left of me, I have my sister cousin, my bestie, my travel partner, my business partner, my confidant, my food critic. It's just a lot of things Lola is. To the left of me is Lola. Lola's in the building. Shout out to Lola for being in the building.
Hello.
Yes. Thank you so much for coming on today. We literally just left brunch at what was it called? What was it called?
Canvas.
We just left brunch at Canvas, which is really, really good. Yeah. The vibes are vibing. Food was really, really good. We've had a really good food run over the past couple of weeks.
We had a hiccup when we left Lagos, but they got it together a little bit.
They did. They ended up getting it together. Yeah. We're just enjoying our December, entering the new year. Today is the 31st. This is the last. This is 365 out of 365.
Yep.
So I just wanted to sit down and record, and I have the pleasure of recording with Lola. We've traveled the world together since we were like teenagers.
Yeah, just about.
And then more so in our 30s. And we always do Lagos and Ghana. But this year we're going to throw a twist in there. I'll record from there too, but you guys will see when we get there.
It's a surprise.
I'm pleased to be here today. We're just going to it's a free flow conversation, and we're just going to talk about travel. I'm going to ask Lola about her top 5 countries. We'll start with top 5 countries to date. Top 5.
I have to say Egypt is on there because I like a lot of archaeological, or however you pronounce it, things.
Historical sites.
Yeah. I actually like Turks and Caicos. Their water was really pretty as well. Where else? I liked Indonesia when we went to Indonesia that year too.
Yeah. We did Bali for my 30th.
Yeah. And Tanzania.
Yeah. Zanzibar.
Actually, matter of fact, I'm sorry, my bad. Tanzania is number
Zanzibar
one.
it's pretty far up there.
It's number 1.
Yeah.
Greece was pretty cool too.
Yeah, Mykonos was nice.
Yeah.
We did that for her 30th.
Yeah. I don't know. Honestly, it's so many countries. I literally wrote them all down just so I can remember everywhere that I've been to in the world. But that's, the gist of it.
We're going with Bali. We're going with Mykonos. We're going with Egypt. So I guess Cairo.
Yeah.
We're going with Zanzibar. And
number 1.
Zanzibar number 1. And then
everyone else
Bali.
just trickles in. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's a solid 5.
That is.
No Dubai? Dubai was cool.
You see, I even forgot. Yeah,
I think Dubai was 29, 30 countries almost.
Yeah.
Close to 30 countries.
Dubai was good too as well. I mean, you can't go wrong with Dubai.
Yeah.
Actually, as a matter of fact, we'll be at 30 by the end of this.
Well, in spring, the New Year.
The New Year, yeah. We'll be at 30.
Yeah. Okay, so top 5. I think that's a solid top 5. Because traveling is life.
Yeah, it is.
What's your perspective on traveling? How has it changed you over the years?
I think that traveling, it really gives me a reset. When I'm at home in my daily life, going to work and checking on my properties, it gives me so much of a refreshing, vibe. When I come back home, I'm able to just jump back in again after I've been resetted from traveling.
But we don't get no rest.
No, we don't get any rest. But even too, because we're literally always on the move. But another thing too is, at least when I get back home, I can sleep for a day and literally go back to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think for me, traveling, it just changes my perspective. It gives me a greater appreciation of just life in general.
That part too, yeah.
It's a lot of gratitude for me that comes, and I think I've said this on the pod before, there's a lot of gratitude that comes with traveling and just the ability to do so. Really opens up your perspectives. It humbles you because there's a lot that you see and in
different worlds and countries.
Yeah, a lot of people be going through it. So it's just like every day, just be grateful for what you have, because there's a lot of people out here who don't have anything. It's really tough for a lot of people, especially in these third world countries. But you spoke about checking on your properties. This is a travel connoisseur, but also a real estate flip connoisseur. Lola's been flipping houses since 2016. How many houses have you flipped to date?
I actually flipped 9 houses. The 9th project I'm actually working on, I'm not flipping it. I'm actually holding on to it. It's a multi-unit apartment in Baltimore. It's
big things, a whole multi-unit.
It's 4 units inside of one apartment. One house. 3 floors are 2 bedroom, 1 bath, and the basement levels 1 bedroom, 1 bath. This is a really big project for me. It literally drove me crazy.
It's been driving you crazy.
Yes, because it's not even complete yet. There's so many hiccups that came up, but everything is literally like a learning curve. And honestly, with prayer, because this is the prayer warrior
God
right
is
here.
good.
Yes,
we love
all the
it.
time. Yes,
and everything in His timing.
Yes, and she always gives me words of encouragement and stuff like that. But yeah, this was a really big project for me. But I'm not doing any more flips. I think it's more about the generational wealth that I'm trying to create, for my family. And whenever I decide to have children, I think that would be like
something they can hold on to, something you could pass down to them.
Something I could pass down to. Whereas, when you're doing flips, you can make maybe like 20,000, 30,000, but then what? You know what I mean?
Lola likes to put high-end finishes in everything. It's like, girl, where's the profit?
Yeah.
Lola always does that. Do you think, looking back on things, do you think there's some things you would do differently with flipping?
It is. As a matter of fact, I was just telling Yesunde the other day that, I started in 2016. When I bought my first property, the woman that bought my house from me, her mortgage was $800 a month. I was literally thinking to myself, like, why is she paying $800 for a mortgage? I could have paid that and been renting it out to her. But everything is literally a learning curve. I didn't know about, to be honest, I'm not even gonna lie to you, I didn't know about equity. I didn't know about all of those things that when you start real estate. So another thing too that I learned, it's good to have somebody to teach you something so that you don't have to miss out. Because I kind of feel like I missed out. Granted, yes, I did do 8 flips, but I still feel like I should have just held on to everything. Because prices now for houses are not as cheap as it was in 2016 when I first started. So
so those are some lessons learned.
And this one right here, she holds on to everything.
I don't flipping no. I just hold on to everything because but it's not easy being a landlord. We'll talk more about our landlord venture here in Accra. But being a landlord comes with its ups and downs, but more so how she mentioned earlier was the equity, the ability to build equity in your houses and just to create that generational wealth and holding on to things. But I think, and I always tell Lola this, so we'll get into her being a foodie and how I think she could do something really cool with that. But I think even giving lessons in her kind of content wise, just kind of tracking everything that you've done. You'll see it. I'll link her below, her Instagram page, but she does talk a lot about she does have footage from like her homes and her flipping and the befores and afters.
But I've slacked this year. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've slacked this year. I could do better.
I think it's critical for people to see the good, the bad, and ugly. Because it's sexy till it's not sexy. That's what his name said. But there's a lot that comes with real estate, but just the ability to be able to have the money to even put into real estate is a blessing within itself. But it does come with a lot, and it's not easy. But kudos to you, and Vic, I'm very proud of you and your journey in flipping. You've really done the damn thing for sure, and you're gonna just continue to grow. And while we're on the topic of real estate, I guess we can talk about our project in Ghana.
We're in love with Ghana, by the way. Just call us Ghanaians on the side, okay?
half Nigerian, half Ghanaian.
Right, yeah.
But I think it was our first overseas, because that's our first overseas project. Our first overseas project was the Signature at Cape May. I ran across it because I think our first time in Ghana was in 2018.
Yeah,
it was in December of 2018. We just came just to come.
Yeah, just
right,
randomly.
and we were just like, nah, this city's really cool. Like Ghana compared to Lagos,
it's
two different worlds. Yeah, like Nigerians are like raw, rough. You gotta Ghana be ready cool to fight in Nigeria. Ghana, easy, cool, calm, collected. Everyone is easy.
They're not begging you for money every 2.1 seconds.
And there's just a bit more structure, which is kind of crazy because Nigeria has, I think, way more money. But anyways, that's a story for a different day.
Country, yeah.
It's a story for a different day. But I was just like, Lola, why don't we buy something here and just like rent it out?
Yeah.
So I was just like, let's do some research on like,
she's a research queen.
Like building up and coming projects. Because when I came, I was like, wow, they're building a lot here. There's something, Ghana is moving and shaking. Like Accra is like the place to be. Yeah. I was like, let me look around and see if I can find a project that we can jump on and like invest in.
Yeah.
So I ran across Signature in East Lagoon. And I was like, I think this is going to be a really interesting project to jump on. So they broke ground, I think in 2019 or 2020. I think they broke ground in 2020, or 2019, and then they started building. They already in 20. I think they started building in 2020, but broke ground in 2019.
Yeah.
So it's a beautiful project. I'll link them below. I'll link like the property below. Very, very, very beautiful property, prime location. It's like where you want to be, very convenient. And then Accra itself is very small. So currently we're in Cantonment. Cantonment is like where all the US, like all the embassies are. Like we're literally across the street from the US embassy. I saw the UAE embassy just as like this is Embassy Central. So it's a really, really nice plush area. And you have Osu, which is like 5 minutes down the road. East Lagoon is like 10 minutes down the road. So Ghana is very small. So it's very easy to get in and out through all these different little places. But so we had this project going in East Lagoon. We actually went there yesterday to see, because now we have tenants in it. Yeah. And that's been a whole... That's been a whole experience within itself, just keeping up. So we finally got a project manager like maybe 5 months ago. Yeah. Because prior to that, we weren't renting it out. It was just kind of sitting there. Because the project is, I would say 95% complete.
Yeah. They still had a lot more things to do once we came, last year? Yeah. I mean, they still had to pave the roads. It was actually a bit of a surprise when we actually saw the project yesterday, because they actually put like a pharmacy in there. It has, I think, a bowling alley, they said.
You said a pharmacy, bowling alley. There's like a shopping store, like where you can get little stuff
it was really nice. I actually would have been happy if we actually stayed there, but you know, since we already
rented it out, so we can stay. So we're actually at Embassy Gardens in Cantonment. Right. But overall take, I wasn't surprised with anything that we saw. Lola, I think, was a little disappointed with what we saw when we were in there to check up on it.
I'm not used to tenants, like I said, and when I saw the unit, things were missing that we paid for. The walls were dirty, like it was almost black. I was literally surprised because I couldn't understand why our walls were so dirty when you go to an apartment. I mean, you go to a hotel, you don't dirty their walls.
Like dark, like marks and stuff on the wall.
So I was taken back by it, but you know, she's a landlord, so she knows how things look. I wasn't. I was shocked.
Yeah, our inventory, like, so before, there's a process. Like, being a landlord is great and all, but there's a lot of work that goes into it. So, prior to furnishing the place, we brought a bunch of stuff over in a container. My boyfriend helped us ship over a bunch of stuff. So we had everything like in a container that we needed from the States here. So beddings, the bed, bath stuff, kitchen stuff. We had everything shipped over from the States. So,
and even when we got here, we even spent I feel like another $3,000 or so.
It was expensive
to do some more things. So it was just a bit.
It was disappointing, I guess, to see when we came back. None of our inventory was in the unit. I don't know where they put all of our stuff, but according to them, they rotate the inventory. So they said they rotated, and then at the end of the day, we tracked everything, so it's accounted for, which is all that matters.
Yeah,
and it's rented out, which is all that matters. So we're making money.
I guess that's the important part that we'll take away from
We're making money every month off the unit, which is most important. Yeah. Like everything else, we'll figure out later.
Yeah.
But I think that's just kind of been. I wasn't disappointed. I was just like, all right, just give us our money every month on whenever you decide to. And that's the thing. Another thing is working with the property manager. It's a little tough. She's not very responsive.
No,
yeah, so sometimes it's a little bit difficult. But so far we're just like, it is what it is. We can't do anything because we're all the way back at home in the States, and then they're here. So what can you truly really do other than to just kind of trust that everything will kind of work its way out?
Yeah.
But no, that was our first international is our first international project, and it's okay so far. And the benefit of it is, like, when we came here, we have Ghana CDs, so we don't have to change any money, US dollars. Yeah. We have an account with money in it already, so we don't have to like go.
So that was a plus.
Honestly,
to be honest, CDs. The money is a plus. Mm-hmm. Okay, it's US dollars, so it's a plus.
Yeah. Yeah, it was literally just we have a US account where we just take our money out, so we don't have to worry about like spending money from back home here because we already have an account with money in it. So that kind of covers real estate for Ghana, and then Lola's primarily, she's VIP Homes. Her primary area is in Baltimore, Maryland. Yeah, that's where she does predominantly most of her flipping. Yeah,
I do Baltimore more or less because it's affordable. You can buy a house in Baltimore for like 30, 40, maybe even 50,000. Because like I said, back when I first started, it was like 20,000. Or you can get lucky with different programs and stuff like that from the city. They like to sell, cheap houses, but you just have to know where to look and stuff like that. But yeah,
Baltimore
is where it's at. I would like to come to DC where my money get long,
By God's grace.
DC. Amen.
By God's grace, it will get there. Yeah. So yeah, real estate, travel, that's where we connect. Like I don't think I've ever. Yeah, just Lola and I. We travel the world together. Yeah. And literally, people be thinking like it's a man. I be with my cousin. Literally, it just be us two traveling the world. Because it's a lot. You can't travel with everyone. And I think our personalities mesh really well. Mm-hmm. So that's why it's a little easier for us to get along and travel.
And not only that, because you know how y'all roll. When you're supposed to go on with all your friends and everything like that, a group vacation, we always make it out the chat.
Yeah.
Okay, we make it out the chat.
The trip always makes it out the chat.
Yeah.
So we travel the world, we get money together, and we're here wrapping up 2023. What would you say some of the highlights of your 2023? Some ebbs, in general, life ebbs and flows. So what do you say some of your highs were and some of your lows of 2023 as we wrap it up?
My highs?
Sorry, I didn't give her a rundown, so she probably has to think about this.
I do have to think about this. I really don't know what my highs would be. Did
you start your multi-unit this year, or was that last year?
No, I started that in 22. I think I started in 2021, actually. 2021. Yeah. I don't know what my highs would be. I know my lows would be is...
Let's talk about some of the hiccups you faced with real estate. How your property got robbed.
So my property got broken into. They actually my multi-unit. They actually kicked in the door, only for them to not steal anything because there was nothing, small enough for them to steal. Let's talk about my contractors who, kind of like play around with me. So I have to curse them out every now and then to get them back in shape to get their shit together.
But you're not only dealing with the city of Baltimore as well.
Yeah, and it's also the city of Baltimore, which they're the worst. Let's be for real. They're the worst when it comes to getting drawings, sprinklers, even the fire department. I learned the hard way, trust me, because I literally waited about 8 months for drawings to get approved for my sprinkler system, and also just for actually had a guy who did my sprinkler system. Like I said, I've never did a sprinkler system before in none of my single family homes because it's not something I had to do. I hired a guy. He was an African American guy who kind of did the whole sprinkler system, put it in the multi-unit, only for me to find out that that's not how it goes. You have to submit the drawings.
She got.
Yes, I got. You have to submit the drawings, and then the fire department says, yes, you're okay to put the sprinkler system, in the building. And I didn't know that. So that hiccup cost me $10,000 basically. Yeah.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah. It cost
That's
me
a lot of money.
So I had to actually pay someone else to come in and, fix the shit that he did. And that cost me another about like $9,000. So
wow.
That's why I said it is important to, kind of mingle with people who are doing real estate, because you'll know.
Yeah.
You'll know a lot. Yeah. You'll learn a lot, shall I say, from them, because they'll tell you, how to go about doing things, because I could have saved myself $10,000.
Yeah. And then there's a lot of ways you could have, I'm pretty sure there are other areas you could have saved a lot of money and had you known. Yeah. That's why I'm always advocating for her to like do like a seminar, or I don't know what this stuff entails, but I'm just putting it out there. Do a seminar, do something so people can learn from your mistakes, so they don't have to do them either.
Right. Yeah.
But I like how you document your journey with the real estate. I think that's really cool.
A contractor is a really big, important concept. Your main general contractor, I'm gonna tell you, I love my contractors. It's him and his whole entire family. They come, they do the job. Anytime I call them, they get it done. They get it done. I love them to death. And mind you, they can build a whole house from scratch. It's just that sometimes.
Where's Pepin's from? El Salvador or Honduras?
No, Guatemala.
Oh, Guatemala.
He's from Guatemala. So I like to outsource some things because it kind of takes them a longer time. So I try to, cut things down. But I learned the hard way that might as well just let them do it, because it takes people time anyways. So
yeah. So there's real estate's ebb and flow, ups and downs. So your lows, you have a lot of highs. I would feel like just being alive, day to day, gratitude.
I mean, another thing too is just like I'm always just grateful. It's literally like when I wake up in the morning, one thing that I always say is like I literally thank God for where I am right now and how I'm able to even like maneuver just in my daily life, like simple things that people take for granted. I like taking my parents out to eat just to be able to pay for my mom and dad and my sister and everybody to kind of just like, enjoy themselves, because one thing is important is family. Like
very family oriented.
You really have to take care of your parents and cherish them while you have them, because a lot of people don't have that. So that's I would say like that's one thing that makes me happy, to be honest.
So that's a high for 2020.
That's really my high, being able to like take care of my family, without thinking about where the next dollar is coming from.
That's good.
Yeah,
that's really, really good. I love that. I would say my high for this year has been starting this podcast. I think the concept, because it's been just up and coming, but everything is God's time. And I think it's Ecclesiastic 3:11. He said everything in God's time, and he makes things beautiful in his time, and it's not our time, and it's his time. So I think that just even being able to start this podcast, the Unmet expectation,
she's been wanting to start a podcast for like forever. She loves podcasts, y'all. Like
I do.
Everything. She'll just sit down in the house and turn on a podcast. Yes, and YouTube everything. Like she loves podcasts. So this was really good for her to finally get started and like interview people. I was actually like, she said she's proud of me. No, y'all, I'm proud of her, because the way that she started this podcast and the way that she set it up in her house, it is so nice, you guys. Like, I'm really...
Thank you.
I really love this girl, y'all. Like, she really did the damn
thing. My ride.
She did with the podcast.
Yeah,
I was happy to finally be on here, y'all.
So I think that was my biggest high, was just obviously getting closer to God, because that's my bestie. And then starting the pod was a really, really big high for me. A low for me, I'm trying to think what's been a low for me.
I don't even think like...
I think 2023 has been a really good year for me, and I'm so grateful for a lot, and I pray that God allows me to just continue on this path of greatness. Because the beauty of it is, if even through the storm, I know God is with me through it all. So even God forbid something crazy happens, I'm just gonna keep clinging on to Him, because that's the only way to make it out, y'all. Just always cling on to God.
Yes.
So yeah, 2023 has been a solid. I was just talking to Lomina about that too, and Gabby. We were like, just talking about our year in general, and 2023 has been an amazing year for me, and I'm so grateful.
Yeah.
But yeah, we talked about a bit about family. I remember mentioning to Lola last night, we were at dinner, and I was telling her, I was just like, Lola, I think that you and Shay's her younger sister, Lepa's Kitchen. She was on episode, I think 4. I think that they should start like a TikTok or something collaboratively, because they're foodies. Like Shay has Lepa's Kitchen, Lola loves to eat, and they both are really good cooks.
Yeah.
So I was just like, they should start like food reviews, and kind of like a not because they're them, like a Keith's Eat, how he goes around and like gives his review on foods and stuff like that, but put their own little spin and twist on it, because both, they're very cute, they're attractive, and they just know their food very well. So I think that they could do really well.
Yeah. That's something to think about in 2024.
Yeah, 2024.
Yeah.
I think you guys will do so good, and you guys don't have any food restrictions. They eat just about anything.
Literally.
So
I found out the hard way that way, because I used to
Lola eat all street food.
eat street food.
Yeah.
And the one time I did, I was almost died, y'all.
Yeah.
I did, like
on the toilet.
Yeah, on the toilet. Yes, for days.
Yeah, but you guys are very, very open to trying different foods. So I think you guys would make amazing food critics.
Yeah.
2024. I'll run it past Shade too, and come up with like a really cute name.
Yeah.
You guys just go around and critique food. I think that'd be super dope.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are currently in Ghana. So let's talk about the music scene, and let's talk a little bit about just music, because music is life. What would you say your favorite song at the moment is?
Yeah, I love Brent Faiyaz.
Yeah.
Yes. He literally, that was...
Hold on. Is he dateable? Because that's a little...
Oh, God.
We about to talk
probably
about dating.
Not, because his music is really toxic sometimes. So, no, probably not.
Not dateable?
Not dateable, but,
So tell me about your dating experience. That's how I try to segue before I end it too much on music. We're going to segue back right into dating and how that's been going for you in general.
Dating is trash. I've been on, some dates, but nothing like really stuck. I mean, I don't know. You guys,
it's not giving.
It's not giving. These men, I don't know what you want to have LaWanda for girlfriend number 1. You want to have Keisha for girlfriend number 2, and you want to have like a wife. Like, no,
it's too much.
It's too much. And the thing about it is, like, you guys are not even honest and forthcoming. Like, you want people to do investigation to come and say, like, this is what you're doing. Like, come on now. Just be straightforward. We're literally going in 2024. Just be real.
Grow up.
Mature. And then another thing too, some of y'all just don't even be there financially, mentally. Everything is just all not there. And you got like 5 kids. So, wow, it's a little harder for us people who don't have kids. So
Lola doesn't want to date anyone who has kids.
No, I won't say that. I'll date, I'll probably, if you have like 1. It depends on how old they are. If you just had a baby last week, no, we're not doing that, because I'm not changing Pampers and doing all of that, because I would have had a baby by myself if that's what I wanted to do at this right now.
Yeah.
But I'm not opposed to kids. It just depends on the age range of the kids, and
I think you've become more realistic, especially at our age. A lot of men are aging older, even if they're a little younger, have children.
Yeah.
So
that's just the reality of it.
That's the reality of it.
And what I call men who don't have children are unicorns. Okay? They are unicorns. And they know they're unicorns because everybody wants them. So, yeah.
Don't nobody want no baby mama drama.
Don't nobody want no baby mama. Yeah.
So I'm out of the scene, but yeah, everyone's saying that the dating scene really sucks. And I'm sorry.
As they say, it's piss. It's really piss. But I entrust everything in God, and He will give me a handsome, scrumptious man that I like.
Lola loves light skin and tall.
I love him cute.
She loves him light skin and tall.
I love him cute.
If there's anyone out there light skin and tall, look at her. This is the spec.
I mean,
this is the spec.
Shout me a holla. Lola always on vacation.
Instagram will be linked below. Instagram will be linked below.
Like, just shout me a holla.
Yeah.
But you heard not all that drama. So
no drama.
Yeah.
Little to no drama.
There we go.
So so dating's kind of been muddy.
Yeah.
The water's muddy.
The waters are muddy. I just have a friend, we just chill. He's a good friend.
Who be FaceTiming her all the time. They be on FaceTime all the time.
So, just keep my options open, We'll see.
Okay. Well, that's fair enough. Keep your options open. Just being open to different. Yeah, you just never know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah.
God's timing. See? God's timing. Ecclesiastics keeps coming around. Yeah. But yeah, music. Let's go back to music. You're a lover of Brent Faiyaz, so anything Brent Faiyaz, you're a fan of. Yeah, he's actually from Maryland. Did you know that?
I actually didn't. I didn't know
he's from Maryland.
Let me tell you guys a funny story. Gold Link. I never knew that he was. He's
also
him.
From Maryland, isn't he?
Yes, he is. So I never knew that he was on that song.
Oh, you see money
all around me.
Okay,
I never knew that was him in the hook until funny enough, the only reason why I actually got put onto Brent Faiyaz was I met somebody on Hinge and we were chilling and he turns on, this song. And I'm like, who is this? And ever since then, I played Brent Faiyaz's album out. So shout out to the one who I met on Hinge and then
you know who you are.
Disappeared.
And he disappeared?
Oh, he disappeared.
Yeah. Brent Faiyaz, he's vibes. I wish he would tour more. I think he just came. I don't know why he doesn't go on tours. That's kind of weird.
Because I think he went to Broccoli City and that was.
He was at Broccoli City.
He was.
Yeah. I don't know. So my tune of the week is that Amapiano song with that beat.
Oh yeah,
Lola found it.
I found it. I actually put it under her. Anytime I make a video for her, that's what I put.
Yes, that song is so. It's just vibes. The beat's amazing. So for me. What determines whether or not I like a song is the beat. And then obviously the lyrics too, because I'm a lyric girl too, but the beats is just when it gets you and you just vibing. Yeah. So that beat is just straight vibes.
You love music though.
I'm a music head. That's why I have this segment.
Yeah.
It's a music segment. So we just talk about what's on repeat. So what's on repeat for me is that Amapiano beat by Something Beats. His name is Something Beats. If I find it, I'll link it below. But that beat right there is sick, and it's just straight instrumental. There's no words in there or anything. Yeah, straight instrumental. But yeah, that's what we be. While we've been out here, we've been hearing that all the time. Yeah. What do you for Lagos or Ghana or Accra? If you have to choose.
Ah, God.
Try not to be biased because we're Nigerian. Try not to be biased. And I guess that I should say to live.
Oh no, to live, I'll live in Ghana.
Accra.
I'll live in Ghana, yeah. Because it's not, the traffic isn't so crazy, but one thing about Ghana is hot as shit.
It's really hot.
It's very hot.
It's a 40-minute flight from, sorry, it's a 40-minute flight from here to Lagos, but the 40 minutes is when you come, it's the heat. It hits different. It's very, so very humid. It hits different. The heat's completely different than it is in Lagos.
But if you want to say party-wise, you want to
Lagos.
Lagos is there.
If you want to party and turn up, granted they get down in Accra, but not as hard as us. Even remember, they don't party as hard as us.
No,
we party hard.
It's a chill party. In Ghana,
we party really, really hard. So if you want to go for vibes and turn up in ginger, Lagos.
Go to Lagos.
But if you want to live and maybe then Accra. Yeah, if I had to choose.
Yeah.
But since my man is Ghanaian, I probably would live in Ghana.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's that. So what else? So as we wrap up 2023 on the 31st, I just want to say thank you for everyone to tuning in. This is the 18th episode of the podcast, and I'm grateful.
I'm so surprised that's the 18th episode.
I think this is 18. This is episode 18 of the podcast. Yeah. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you guys for views, no views. I do this because it's a purpose platform. I do it because I like to come on and talk and then just everyone kind of share their experiences and their stories. And, hopefully one day someone sees it and likes it. If they don't, that's cool too, because I'm just here just talking and doing
what
I love to do.
Yeah.
So thank you all so much for tuning in to episode 18 of the Unmet Expectation podcast. We are live in Ghana. And yeah, we're about to go chill, relax, and then just get ready to bring in the new year. But thank you. And y'all, please continue sending your questions or your comments to theunmetexpectation@gmail.com. Again, that's theunmetexpectation@gmail.com. And we out. Bye.